טוב, אז דיברנו קצת על האום שהציב יעדים לפיתוח בר קיימא, ואנחנו רואים עוד ועוד חברות שמקדמות את זה. דיברו כאן המון על ESG, ובדקות הקרובות נשמע על גיבוש אסטרטגיה בתחום ה-ESG גם ברמה הבינלאומית. אני רוצה להזמין, I would like to invite סוניה נסטסה, CEO of נספרסו, to talk about the need to think outside the cup of coffee to protect what's inside it. סוניה.
See if it works. It does. Good evening. Great to be here with you tonight. Think back to the moment you enjoyed your last cup of coffee. Maybe it was during the break earlier. Think of the warmth, the color of the coffee, the brown color, the intensity, maybe the smell, the aromas. Coffee is the second most popular beverage on earth. Every day, 2 billion of cups of coffee are consumed. In Israel, 3 billion cups of coffee are consumed on a yearly basis. Our coffee moment is our moment of joy, relaxation, talking to our friends, a sip of energy and pleasure. I'm still amazed, although I work many years here, about the amount of work that stays behind every single cup of quality coffee. Yet, so often we take things for granted, and we tend to overlook how much work and effort is behind every single cup of coffee. From the moment the seeds hits the soil to the moment of sorting, creating the exclusive blends, to the moment of actually consuming and our coffee moment, there is so much care and so much work in producing quality coffee. This is important because coffee, as we know it, is in danger. 60% out of the wild coffee species are currently at risk, and half of the surface we use now to cultivate coffee can be unusable by 2050. The fine-grade Arabica is very sensitive to bad weather. So, unless we change things, our dearest coffee could be soon gone. But we have the power to determine whether we are talking about an empty cup or a positive cup. We have this power to decide and to determine. And we at Nespresso made it our mission. It is our journey to net zero, and we created 5 pillars and the program called Positive Cup, and the 5 pillars are decarbonizing the entire value chain, creating regenerative landscaping, empowering farming communities, advancing circularity by reducing waste, and inspiring collective action by harnessing the power of the brand, the people, and the partnerships. We recently published the Positive Cup report. We have there all the accomplishments, but also our vision for future. And we commit to net zero by 2035, and also to source 95% of our coffee from regenerative agriculture. And now I want to zoom in one piece of the puzzle that really makes the difference: regenerative agriculture. And why is so? Because 40% out of carbon emissions come from green coffee, from coffee cultivation. So working at the farm level makes the best alternative to solve our biggest issues of today, climate change and loss of biodiversity. This is not new to us. Through our AAA Sustainable Quality Program that was launched in 2003, we work directly with farmers. Currently, we source our coffee through over 140,000 farmers out of 18 countries, cultivating over 300,000 hectares. In 2021, we sourced 92.5% of our coffee through this program. A coffee farm is like a mini world made up of the soil, the animals, the water, the plants, and of course the farmers. By harnessing the power of this ecosystem, the nature can do magic. And the coffee farm can bring back the nature by coffee farming. So we are helping farmers with agronomists and experts to replenish the water and to rejuvenate the land so the coffee farming community could be resilient. We are fighting for gender equality and promoting human rights. And our female agronomists are role examples for their communities. We are offering trainings on financial analysis, on decision-making, on leadership, all to boost women's confidence and participation. The last, but not the least, is biodiversity. We are monitoring the health of the farms by monitoring the presence of the birds. The birds' population and their diversity can tell us a lot about the health of the water, the soil, the forestry. So by monitoring the birds, we can know if a farm is doing well or if it needs more help. The yellow-eared parrot in Colombia was, which is a very rare bird, was identified through such a program called Our Coffee, Our Birds. Last year in April, because everything that we do, like was mentioned before, is audited and measured by third parties. Last year in April, we received the B Corp certification, which is a proof for our commitment to sustainability and social responsibility. But we must work hard to maintain it because it needs recertification every 2 years, and you need to pass through full examination again and again, and this time we want to aim through a higher score. Nature is our greatest ally in securing future of the coffee, and we believe that coffee is a force for good. So we think that social responsibility is a collective action, and we carry a heavy part of it, and we do our efforts. And Positive Cup journey, it's not only to preserve what we have today, but to secure the future of the coffee for the generations to come, to be able to enjoy quality coffee. But we as consumers, we hold tremendous power. By the choices we make, by the products we buy, we define the world we live in. So by choosing to support sustainability, we send a message to the wider market to positive change and progress. So we believe that coffee must be a force of good, and that nature is our strongest ally to preserve the future of coffee. And we are inviting you to join us in this journey to a brighter future, to a more sustainable future, one cup of coffee at a time. Thank you.